What's up, guys? It is Anti-Meta and today I am going to go over my samurai build in Ghost of Yōtei Legends. So let's jump right into it. We are first going with the Spirit Pool. I prefer the Spirit Pool over the Raging Flame because it lasts longer as an ability, and it also allows us to up that melee damage that we are going to be putting out for our perfect parries and our perfect parry damage. So really, it gives us a big damage boost. So really love this ability. Next, we are coming down to our first perk, and we are going with our plus 15% melee damage. Now, this is going to be useful because we're going to be focusing on perfect parries. So with those parries, we're already going to be doing a lot of stagger damage. So we are really focusing in on their health bars. And so once their health bars are available to us to hit, this melee damage is going to help us take out these enemies a lot quicker. Combine that with the spear pool, it's going to be a lot of damage being put out. Now here for our second perk, we are going with Spirited. We are going to use those two extra spirits to spam our katana attack when we need to reset the battlefield. So just something to be aware of. Also allows us to get more healing going on when we need it. So very useful. Then last, we are going to go with the increased number of Hachiman's Fury, and we are also going to be building into our ultimate damage. So these two extra strikes are going to allow us to take down more tankier enemies. So very useful in this build. So those are our techniques, all of our perks that we are running. And then just really quick on our passive abilities. When you are building for the samurai, you want to make sure that you are building into this passive ability of the stagger damage or the melee damage. So that's going to allow you to work with your passives and not against them. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at our weapons. So our katana is going to be the main weapon that we use for this build for a few different reasons. One, it has the expert combo, and I really like this expert combo because it allows me to vary up my striking and just adds a little bit more freestyle to the gameplay, more technique, more timing. It just allows for more skill to shine through. So I really like this expert combo, but you can use anyone that you like. Most important things are the perfect parry counter and perfect parry counter damage and the perfect parry window. You want to make sure those are high. And then for our for this, we have our Thunderous Strike. Now again, this is going to play into our spirit. We're going to have 6 spirits overall, and then that 30% chance to throw nearby enemies. That's going to be very useful near edges. It's also going to allow us to reset the battlefield, and we'll be able to spam it since we have so many spirits. So very useful, and that's why we run with this legendary katana as opposed to an epic one. And then here for our dual katanas, Yari and our Adachi, we are going with perks that are going to help our overall build. So since we're using our katana, we're able to, since our katana is our main weapon here, we're able to kind of just use these as things that are going to buff our overall build. So for that reason, we want all melee damage, and that all melee damage is going to allow every weapon to get that melee buff. So once everything's maxed out, I think it's going to be plus 15% melee damage as well for everything. So very useful. And then we come down here to our ultimate damage. Again, a perk that's going to allow us to buff our overall build and not just this specific weapon. And then for your possible outcomes on your last perk, again, this is more self whatever you like. You can kind of put whatever you like on that, but just make sure that all 3 of these weapons have that melee damage as well, that all melee damage as well as that ultimate damage. Then we come down to our utilities. Now, so one of the reasons that I decided to go with the legendary katana as opposed to a legendary utility is because a lot of these utilities, they don't go with this play style and they don't allow you to, naturally play how this play style is meant to be played. And they also, some of them don't have the perfect counter damage. So if you can see here on our Mitsubishi, I hope I'm saying that right. But here we can get our perfect counter damage on here, but the one that, on these legendaries, we can't get that perfect counter damage on these. So just, another reason why the legendary katana is just something that I went with. So, But if I was gonna use one, it would be the Spirit Kunai. But I don't really want to give up that counter damage. But for our blind bomb, again, we are going with our assassination spirit. This is more so because there's really not any other good options. We could buff our blind bombs with the radius and the duration, but whatever. It's a lot of shinobis running around, so you'll have a lot of assassination attempts to go with. And then again, we come with that perfect parry window because this build is focused in on that perfect parry. So we want to make sure that that window is high enough for us to get whatever it is that we, to get that damage out. Um, Now again, we could actually we're gonna go ahead and get our spirited on here, so then we'll have seven. So that's actually something that I wanted to that I didn't even realize. So we're gonna have another spirit. So then we come down. This is what really brings the build together, the risky parry equipment. And as you can see, regular parries are disabled. So that's what makes this a high skill build. And perfect parries now enable three counter attacks. So when you factor in our spirit pool, when you factor in our plus 15% melee damage, and then you factor in our count all of our counter damage, and then you factor in our all melee damage, what you're going to get from those counter attacks on this risky parry is a lot of damage. So very, very important for us to melt those health bars when they come up. And then another important aspect of this build is, I'm sorry, of this piece of equipment is the parry heal. So perfect parries now are going to heal us. And then since we have our spirit heal effect up to 50%, we have seven spirits. So one of those are going to heal us all the way through. And then we're going to also be getting healed on our perfect parries. So that allows us to be more tanky, and it allows us to stay in the fight a lot longer as long as we're dealing damage. And then for our Mitsubishi, we went with again our perfect parry damage as well as our perfect parry window. And your last perk, you can really do whatever you want. That's more so preference. So that's the build, guys. Let me know if it's another legendary utility I could use or any other way that you think I can improve the build. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what build you're using for whatever character you're using. Do you play the archer? Do you play the mercenary? Or do you play the shinobi? Let me know in the comments below. What do you like? What do you dislike? And enjoy the gameplay footage here. What you doing, boy? Stop playing with me.
Call that bitch a cannonball. She gon' eat my kids, lose 7 days straight. Bitch, check out my D. Pull up in Dallas, drop a nigga. Just like Trayvon D, me and my niggas chasing headshots. Headshots, feeling that they on your toes. Bonnie Rubble, bedrock. Only shit I love more than money is a dead op. Only shit I love more than money is a dead op. Only real way to get it, gotta go insomniac. Spinning through the hood, dumping quarters like a laundromat. Free my crash house, throwing shit down in Pontiac. Your feet gon' fall off chasing hoes. I just want my mama back. Users on your head before I put it on the street. So many shells like the corners. Put up on the beach, I ain't shooting up shit. Pull out, shoot it on her cheek. Spread it all on her face. You in love with a freak. Turn his face to a golf ball. Put it on her teeth. I just took the footage. All he could say was still on little bro. Fuck you think we throwing bees? I was begging back when Wayne dropped 500 degrees. Tell a bitch of skis. She suck dick with ease. You ain't gotta kick a dope. When you got the key, ain't just gon' fall into no money, nigga. You ain't Mr. D. Don't fall into no money, nigga. You ain't Mr. D. Money keep calling, I ain't Mr. Shaw. Yeah, brought her around that I took. Young Ricky on his ball.
What the fuck?
And if a bitch get clingy, I'ma fall back. Fuck bro, and bro. Nigga, what you call that? Take the cheap ass rope chains off. Treat yourself. Put some Cuban when you eating that shit show. Nigga, fuck you think your bitch she on the gram. My DM hoe choosing. Break your heart, you see the footage. She in X6 chewing. I ain't popped it like I want. Yeah, they gon' send it to them people. This shit better than no brown. For this new ratchet leaking. I took L's, I ain't full. Hell nah, we ain't equal. I took L's, I ain't full. hell nah, we ain't get you and your whole circle simp. Nigga, y'all a simp. Put a bitch out in the cold, in the snow, in the winter, all limp. Big stupid ass veneers look like dentures. Need to go back to that dirty ass basement and smoke that fucking dick. They won't give me look on IG. I got 7, 8 clones. I got 7, 8 hustles. I got 7, 8 phones. I got 20, 30 bitches wanna lick all on the weed. I got 20, 30 bitches wanna lick all on the weed. Murder war weed. What's ain't 8 block. What's ain't no how we coming. Murder war weed. Don't tweak.
Motherfuckers not talking about that.
Long live Bud. Long live Salt. Free slug. I'm just saying. The bitch thinks she played. Must forgot I'm MVP. Must ain't know how I was coming. Must forgot I'm Big BD. Before this rap shit I was famous. Bitches flock when they see me. Got a little bitch that suck me dry in Nevada. Bitch got one shot play, getting dropped. You know that. Hey, a nigga with me having knots. You know that. On a coochie, babe, but I'll take some top. You know that. We the reason niggas have emotion, baby. You know that. I'ma throw this money. She gon' shake that ass for me. She can't be my bitch, like she gon' go get bags for me. Boy, you bogus in this bitch, flexing with your last homie. Run up, try to rob my homie, treat that shit like God and blasphemy. Fresh low, vacuum sealers in here, throwing bowls like Luda. Everything I touch a cut, pretty cool. My homie shoot better than D-Book, but he ain't a hooper. Sit on, they think I got a booster. Up early, think I got a rooster. Diamonds hitting, them hoes abusive. You bitch bad, hoe a nuisance. All she like is shoes and bags and shaking ass. At a school,
See, but when I call y'all weird, then I'm wrong. What the fuck you doing?
Hop out this coupe and Stacy dance, but I ain't clueless.
Oh shit.
The bitch think she played. Must forgot I'm MVP. Must ain't know how I was coming. Must forgot I'm Big BD. Before this rap shit I was famous. Bitches flop when they see me. Got a little bitch that suck me dry in Nevada. Bitch got one shot play, getting dropped. You know that. Hey, a nigga with me having knots. You know that. On a coochie, babe, but I'll take some top. You know that. We the reason niggas have emotion, baby. You know that. Park fall off in this bitch. Waiting what line? Till I'm up a M. Bitch, I'm pushing bows and punchlines. Say she was fiending, she was sucking for the blunt drive. I'm with the same niggas I was with in lunch lines. Overly having motion there. Other week, new templates. Out there, weekend, got that shit on, but I rent late. Phone in my club, get too hot out here, can switch date. Everybody eating the same at this table, we can switch plates. I'm faded, D-moolah, my high, bitch don't blow that. Bitch don't blow my high. Bitch, I seen 6 figures before rap, you know that. Stepping on this shit so hard to the flow crack. Smoking mirrors, say it's smoke, see him, no smoke, where the smoke at? You know that. Lil' bitch think she played, must forgot I'm MVP. Must ain't know how I was coming, must forgot I'm Big BD. Before this rap shit I was famous. Bitches flock when they see me. Got a little bitch that suck me dry in Nevada. Bitch got one shot play, getting dropped. You know that. Hey, a nigga with me having knots. You know that. Cool on a coochie, babe, but I'll take some top. You know that. We the reason niggas have emotion, baby. You know that.